Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamamrutat.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti.
Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vilvishavahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Atyoma Mrutangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good morning. Health is more than wealth. Health is more than wealth. So you all know the famous statement, health is wealth. But I want to tell you that it's more than wealth. Today, you know, worldwide, the biggest industry is pharmaceutical industry. Because the disease or sickness has grown up to such an extent. So that has become the biggest industry on the planet Earth. Physical and psychological health, very poor state. So we all take pride in being the generation of the 21st century. So much of scientific advancement has taken place. So much of technological progress. But why people are falling sick increasingly? There are multiple reasons. See, pollution, stress, multiple reasons are there. But one thing you need to know is, people are not even paying attention to their physical and psychological health. And you get preoccupied with the things of the world to such an extent. Sometimes you are driven by ambition. It's good to be driven by ambition. Your goals, objectives to achieve, you need to work hard. It's good, it's great. But at the same time, you should see that you don't live in stress, you don't live in anxiety and tension. Your true prolonged period of time, if you have stress or anxiety and fear, it just actually manifests as disease in the physical body very shortly. It doesn't take much time. So it is the mind which plays the dominant role And how good is your psychological health? On that depends on your physical health also. So pay attention to the mind, and I've said so much about this. So you need to cultivate the mind on a regular basis with good thoughts, positive thoughts, and nourishing thoughts. That's the first thing. Physical body. Nowadays it has become a kind of fashion. A little pain somewhere, okay? Immediately you rush to doctor. Okay, you need to take the opinion of the doctor, you need to see the doctor, that's good. But what is happening there? You all know. Doctors, they prescribe medicines and you consume medicines. But you need to know that you should not too frequently be consuming medicines. What happens? You know, Swamiji says, this Louis Pasteur's germ theory of disease is not correct. He says it's wrong. You know, modern medicine is based on this principle of Louis Pasteur, who said that disease is caused by germs. Bacteria and virus, they cause disease. Disease is caused by germs. This is the discovery of Louis Pasteur. And Swamiji says, no, germs are always there. You know, you just show me a place where bacteria is not there in this universe. Within our body is there, outside is there. In every, atom actually, in every space, in every where in the world actually you have germs. All around you have germs. So germs infect you only when your natural immunity becomes weak. When you don't have sufficient immunity, germs take advantage of that situation and infect you, and then you fall sick. So we invented these antibiotics to deal with these germs. What is antibiotic? Basically, the name itself suggests anti-bio. Bio is life, anti-bio is anti-life. Bacteria is life, small life. We are also life, aren't we? Manam kuda life kada, bacteria life kada. To kill bacteria, when you take medicines, which are antibiotics, anti-bio, don't think actually they are only the antibiotics only killing bacteria. You are also life, you also will get affected. So that indiscriminate use of medicines is no good. And today modern doctors are suggesting that this antimicrobial resistance has become a huge problem. Antimicrobial resistance. What happened? Because of excessive use of medicines, over a period of time, bacteria have developed resistance. Okay, the modern bacteria, the bacteria of the 21st century, because they have taken help from their forefathers. Their forefathers passed on that knowledge to them, that human beings will be using these antibiotics. You have to protect yourself from those antibiotics. So now this modern bacteria have developed such strong cell walls that the antibiotics that we use, even if it is very strong antibiotics, they are not able to kill the germs. But it is affecting our body. When you take an antibiotic, it gets dissolved in the stomach, and then actually it will be absorbed in the blood, and through the blood it is circulated to all the parts in the body. Yes or no? అది రక్తం ద్వారా శరీరంలో అన్ని భాగాలకు వెళ్తుంది యాంటీబయాటిక్. వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? యాజ్ ఐ సెడ్ దట్ ఇట్స్ యాంటీబయో. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఏ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్మాల్ పిల్ ఆఫ్ పాయిజన్ ఓన్లీ. Basically, any medicine for that matter. So it affects your organs also. People are falling increasingly, they are becoming diabetic because pancreas are getting affected, kidneys are getting affected, liver is getting affected because of excessive use of medicines. They have become chronic patients. So that's why the best option, the best course of things would be to improve your immunity. That you can do through exercise, through eating good nourishing food, and by keeping good mental health. There are multiple reasons for your immunity to become weak. So there could be genetic, there could be nutritional, there could be psychic, there could be emotional. You have to identify those reasons and see that actually your immunity system is always actually defending you well and it is kept properly. Otherwise, there are immunity boosters are available in Ayurveda and Homeo and also allopathy also available. You may consume them. But if you take indiscriminately medicines, particularly painkillers and antibiotics, and sometimes if they don't work, doctors are prescribing steroids also. Extreme case, infections are not subsiding. They are administering steroids. Steroids are actually dangerous for any other organ, for liver, kidney actually. A person like me, if I take 3 days steroids, actually my kidneys would go and I'll be a dialysis patient for life. Okay? See, we should know, most of the times actually these medicines that we use, because in the West, people who discovered all this allopathy and other things, Western medicine. See, they have very strong physique. They consume a lot of food because they are living in cold countries. For their bodies, actually, they may work positively. But for Indian built, Indian constitution, for our physical frame, these medicines are doing more harm than good. So you need to be wise, you need to be judicious in using these medicines to the extent possible, unless it is very essential in emergency. Don't use antibiotics. And as the doctors themselves are suggesting, Indian Medical Association has actually sent a kind of circular to all the doctors to prescribe antibiotics very judiciously. Okay, they are cautioning doctors themselves, the Indian Medical Association. No, you all know that there is a lot of pharmaceuticals and doctors understanding. Okay, you prescribe more medicines from pharmacy. Some percentage will go to doctors. All these things are there. Okay, the dark side of the thing. Not that I'm saying all doctors are bad, but there is a certain percentage of doctors who take some commission from pharma companies and they prescribe whether the patient needs it or not. So you need to be on your guard, right? So don't indiscriminately take these medicines. And another thing is, you should understand that my health is my responsibility. My psychic health, mental health, and my physical health is my responsibility. When you understand that, and I should keep myself in a good health all the time, psychological health and physical health, both I have to, is my responsibility. Then you will be paying some attention to your psychic health and physical health also. If you don't pay attention, actually when you fall sick, you will become burden on other family members, and also you lose your money. So from today onwards, just now and then give a command to your mind that my health is my responsibility, I need to keep good health. So here in our monastery, our senior swamis, they tell actually, you can't afford to fall sick. They tell. Sometimes I never understood what is that language. You can't afford to fall sick. Nobody wants to fall sick, but you fall sick in spite of yourself. So, in Rogagrastudan Avala never ankor kada, right? But they tell that no. When you have the strong will, I should not fall sick, you will never fall sick, he said. But once you fall sick here, somebody else has to do your duty. Okay? To grant leave to you, somebody else has to do your duty, and that person has his own duties. That means he has to do double duty. So that will tax him, and he will also fall sick afterwards because he will not be able to do the two responsibilities simultaneously. So it's always important that my rest is my responsibility. Have this kind of understanding, give this kind of command to the body through the mind, and you will never fall sick, I tell you. If you have the strong willpower, I don't want to fall sick, I want to keep good health, okay? The mind plays a major role on physical body. So nourish the mind with good thought first, then automatically you will maintain good physical health also. Okay? Thank you. Nice day.